Finding God in the Grit. 7 clips and 7 truths, raw and honest. Don't avoid the ache. Meet God in the middle of it. Pearl Jam's Jeremy reminds us that we don't always hear the quiet ones until it's too late. Some pain hides in plain sight, behind silence, fake smiles, and I'm fine. Galatians 6:2 says to carry each other's burdens. Check on your friends today, especially the quiet ones who may be hiding their pain in the dark. Some goodbyes never get tied up with a neat little bow. Instead, they leave splinters. Candlebox far behind sits in that ache. But here's the truth. Letting go doesn't mean you lost. It means you're done carrying something that's been weighing you down. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." So lay it down, let it go, walk away, and breathe again. Stone Temple Pilots' Big Empty captures that numb space where we shut down just to make it through. Conversations can feel empty when we don't say what's on our hearts. Ephesians 4:25 says to put off falsehood and speak truthfully. Maybe it's time to stop pretending we're fine and say something real. It's okay if you feel vulnerable. We all do. Start the conversation. Speak from your heart. Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun echoes that eerie feeling of a world where everything looks fine, but isn't. It's not so different from social media, where the smiles are fake, touched up, and filtered beyond recognition. These days, we don't always know what's real. But 1 Samuel 16:7 reminds us, people look at appearances, God sees the heart. Don't be afraid to be seen for who you really are. And if we're going to judge anything, let's start judging the filter, not the heart. Don't be fooled by the highlight reel. There's the version of us we show the world. And then there's the one we hide. The messy one. The tired one. The one still figuring it out. But maybe that's the version the world needs to see the most. Hebrews 4:16 says, we can show up with confidence. Not because we have it all together, but because that's what's real. So like Nirvana says, come as you are. That's where the change begins. We don't need to feel strong every day. It's okay to feel a little scrambled. Strength isn't a feeling. It's choosing to keep going even when the weight hasn't lifted and the wind hasn't shown up yet. The Foo Fighters in times like these reminds us that when everything feels heavy, we learn to live again, to love again, and to keep going. Galatians 6:9 says, we'll reap a harvest if we don't give up. So don't mistake feeling empty for done. We're still in it. Keep showing up. The grit of grunge embraces the ache. It gives us the language for the mess, but it was never meant to be our ending. This series has been about finding truth in the middle and maybe a way through. The opener, Jeremy, is a warning about what happens when pain stays buried. When we don't speak our truth, silence festers. And Wood by Alice in Chains feels like a final reckoning for that mess. The guilt, the shame, the questions we're afraid to ask. Would they still love us if they knew? But as Proverbs 28:13 reminds us, hiding what's real only holds us back. The answer to that struggle is adding God to the distortion, to learn to let go of the noise and to be honest about who we really are. Not the polished version, not the one we think they want, the real one. Because that's where the healing starts. Not after we've cleaned up, but right in the middle of our beautiful mess. These video journals aren't just a series. They're a window to my own story, my struggles, my questions, and the letting go. Thanks for sharing in the grit and the growth with me, my friends.